Hey everybody, I'm back at home. Just got back from Lake Eufaula, the Bassmaster Open. Oh man, this is not my season, but you know what? This tournament, it was a good tournament for me. I fished clean. I felt good about my practice, and overall, you know, I have no regrets on my decisions on where I chose to fish, and you know, things just didn't play out for me. I had a great practice, and this is how I caught them. Day one, I had 10 pounds, 12 ounces, was sitting 60th place, which wasn't that far from 13th or 50. I mean, we're only like 2 pounds away from being up there. But I had a limit, and I caught all my fish on the Yamamoto Zaco on the back of a jackhammer, half-ounce jackhammer, chartreuse and white. It was extremely muddy conditions. Where I chose to fish, it was extremely muddy. Visibility was probably just a couple inches. So that was the combo for day one. Caught probably 20 bass. You know, I only had 5 keeper bites. They got in the boat and fished clean. So that was it. I know that the big thing for me during that, to save time, because I'm also catching other species of fish, from catfish to white bass, and you know, 15 to 20 little baby bass all day, was saving the time to putting that Zaco back on if it got torn, or getting a new one. I had this Hayabusa trailer lock, and you guys can see it right there, pinned on there. And I know you won't believe this, but I honestly, from practice all the way through the tournament, I only used 4 of these trailers. So get yourself one of those Hayabusa trailer locks. If, I don't know, whatever bait you want to throw. I guess you can throw a buzzbait, horny toad, but perfect for a jackhammer. That was day one. Day two, they just weren't biting that thing, man. I mean, the water's falling. Fish was getting pressured. I practiced, really didn't see a lot of boats around me in practice. And then, of course, the tournament day shows up and everybody found the same stuff. But so the pressure got to the fish, and I had a few isolated brush piles and rock piles offshore. And about 10 o'clock, maybe 9:30, I decided to just go for grab the spinning rod, through the Yamamoto Sensei in a red bug color. Have a big fat nail in the end of it, pretty heavy nail, because I want to make sure that I was getting bottom contact at all times, and just had it rigged up just like that with a nice little 1/0 hook on there. On the jackhammer, I had 20-pound fluorocarbon on the brand new chatterbait rod from Dobbins, and this thing is unreal. DC 46 CB. It's the new chatterbait rod that Dobbins has out, and I have fished a lot of these chatterbait rods. It's basically it says CB for crankbaits, but it's designed for a chatterbait. I fished a lot of different brands of chatterbait rods, and by far that one is the best. It's way better than the other one I used to use from Dobbins, but this one is freaking smoking awesome. And then as far as my spinning rod, 702 Fury. It's not on the high end. I don't know what it is. I really like this setup here, and I had a 10-pound leader there. I'm not sponsored by Seaguar or anything, but that's what I throw. So I had a Seaguar leader on them, 10-pound Invisex, and that was it. That was my tournament. I ended up having a great time, learned a lot about the lake. You know, it's not too far from my house, and there's so many tournaments there. It's not everybody's favorite place to go, but it's a great place to have a tournament. The fishing's kind of tough, so you got to figure it out. And I'm going to put in my time in the future, spend some time, since it's not too far away, and I'm just going to call that one of my lakes that I fish. It's going to take me a couple years to learn it, because it's like, I don't know how big it is. 400 or 500 miles of shoreline. It's 100 miles long, it seems like. So looking forward to going back to Lake Eufaula and doing good whenever the next big show comes up, big tournament comes up there. So thanks, you guys. That's my recap for Bassmaster Open, stop number 5. And we're taking all this largemouth stuff out of here and packing the boat this week and getting ready to head to Lake St. Clair in Michigan, where I finally have a shot at catching the biggest smallmouth I've ever caught in my life. So super pumped, but stay tuned. You'll see. All right, later.